welcome to WatchMojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the most side-splitting moments from the first 3 seasons of The Boys.
What you learn, son?
Number 10, Turbo Rush commercial.
Black Lives Matter is my favorite hashtag. My Insta, nothing but black screens. And look at you. You look amazing. This whole new thing you did, that is exactly what inspired this entire campaign.
To be silent is to be complicit.
When it comes to parodying pop culture, The Boys does it as good as any show on TV. And if there's something that deserves to be skewered, it's the Live for Now Pepsi ad. In case you missed it, a 2017 Pepsi commercial showed Kendall Jenner bridging the gap between protesters and police by handing a cop a soda. The ad was rightly called out for downplaying the Black Lives Matter movement, not to mention trying to make a buck off of it. So The Boys naturally couldn't resist taking shots at it. In place of Jenner, A-Train ditches a photo shoot to participate in the protest. But instead of Pepsi, he quells the crowd with his own branded energy drink.
We gotta listen to each other. A-Train's Turbo Rush energy drink.
Number 9, The Deep eats Timothy. Ironically, the Deep really shouldn't be allowed near sea life. But if we're being fair, this one really isn't his fault.
Could I just get some bread?
Come on now. You're back in the big leagues, buddy. Nothing but the best for you.
When the Deep rejoins the Seven, he and his wife Cassandra join Homelander and Ashley for lunch.
Well, my relationship with King has deepened of late. He was villainized, persecuted, spoke truth to power, just like me. It's crazy.
After Homelander hilariously and erroneously compares himself to Martin Luther King, he reminds Deep exactly who's in charge by preparing a seafood feast. But because grossing Deep out isn't enough, he serves up a live octopus. And it isn't just any old octopus, it's the Deep's friend, Timothy.
Oh my God. It's Timothy. He's my friend. I can't eat him. I'm not gonna eat him.
Oh, yes, you can. Deep.
Despite Timothy's pleas for mercy, Homelander forces the Deep to devour him whole. It is a super gross scene. But behind the cringe, we may as well be howling with laughter.
Wasn't that delicious?
Number 8, Huey and Lamplighter. The Boys is a dirty, dirty show. So if you thought it wouldn't extend its warped superhero reality to the world of adult entertainment, think again.
We need you to look after our star witness.
Hey, you guys want to watch Deep Does It in the Blowhole?
After Huey is injured and the rest of the boys go off on assignment, he gets stuck babysitting a burnt-out lamplighter. And because Lamplighter has no social inhibitions, he feels right at home putting on sexy parody videos of the Seven. Or perhaps ridiculous is a better word to describe them.
Different strokes, man.
Please don't say that in this context.
Huey is naturally put off by the whole experience, but does a great job acting as a comedic foil to Lamplighter.
You're not the cuck. I'm the cuck. Actually, you're worse. You're the cuck fluffer.
The pyro-based soup doesn't last long on the show, but he definitely seared more than a few images in our brains, that's for sure. Number 7, Termites Party Foul. The Boys serves as a great satire of the superhero genre. So, when an entity like Marvel can't depict certain fan theories, like the one involving Ant-Man and Thanos, The Boys says, "Hold my turbo rush." In this kickoff to Season 3, Frenchie and Kimiko infiltrate a party in which the shrinking soup termite is the main attraction.
Give it to her, babe.
After defiling a plastic doll, Termite retreats to the bedroom to have a drug-fueled hookup. Only the man has Termite shrink down and climb inside his front section.
Get to the prostate.
Unfortunately, the stuff in his nose causes Termite to sneeze and involuntarily grow back to size, blowing the man's bits to bits. The scene only gets funnier when Frenchie arrives for one of the weirdest fights you will ever see.
Get out! Get out! Get out! He's trying to get in my ass!
Number 6, Dawn of the Seven. We see clips of this Vought-produced superhero film over multiple episodes, and they're all so good we couldn't just pick one.
I know this is Dawn of the Seven. The sunset on A-Train. It's been a good run.
While the title is a clear send-up of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, the actual content of the film tends to lean more Avengers, sending up the first epic crossover to the culmination of Endgame.
There's no way we can restore the grid if we don't get that flash drive to the tower.
But how are you gonna get through all of them?
Don't worry. Girls get it done.
From the movie's forced girl power movement to A-Train's retirement and eventual return, to Charlize Theron playing an uber-villainous Stormfront, the fake movie does a great job of sending up the silliness of the genre.
Die, Untermensch.
We almost wish we could see the whole thing in its entirety, but we're not sure we'd want to subscribe to VOD+. Hashtag release the Bork cut. Number 5. Homelander and Doppelganger. Madeline Stillwell suffers a very horrific death at the hands of Homelander at the end of Season 1. So color our initial surprise when we saw her coddling him in Season 2, only to learn that it was actually Doppelganger in disguise.
Change back! Change back! I'm sorry! I can only hold a shape for so long before it really hurts!
We are sure that shapeshifting would be used for some less than noble things in the real world, so Homelander using Doppelganger to work out his disturbing mommy issues seems right on brand for the boys.
I love you. I love you. You're the most powerful man in the whole wide world. And there's nothing that you cannot do.
It definitely makes us cringe the good cringe every time we watch it. Though the setup takes a darker spin later on when Doppelganger oversteps his bounds, inflating Homelander's ego, and the latter snaps his neck.
I don't need everyone to love me. I don't need anyone.
Number 4. The Deep's Gills.
Bro, we gotta talk.
Speaking of cringe, it doesn't get any cringier than The Deep. The Deep goes on quite the emotional and spiritual roller coaster over the first couple of seasons of the show, most of which can be attributed to his poor decision-making. But even we couldn't have imagined what his bottom looks like. Emotional bottom, that is. We unfortunately know what the actual one looks like. When the Deep is given hallucinogens, he finds that his gills are talking back to him. And they're voiced by Patton Oswalt, no less.
You deserve to be loved, Kevin, but that starts with you.
It's a surprisingly therapeutic hallucination, as Deep in his gills cry saying, "You are so beautiful to me."
You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need.
We'd shed a tear ourselves if we weren't thoroughly weirded out. Number 3. A-Train's Make-A-Wish. We've shown that The Boys is not afraid to get gross for a joke. So you better believe it isn't afraid to get dark too. And this is probably as dark as it comes.
I'm sorry, I asked for translucent.
Right, but Translucent is on a secret undercover mission right now. But you got the A-Train, baby!
When A-Train stops by a hospital to visit a patient with terminal cancer, things quickly go off the rails when the kid reiterates his original wish to meet Translucent. A-Train does not handle it well. And when propping himself up fails, his suggestion that they get Translucent in next week is punctuated by a dark insinuation.
Well, you know, maybe he can swing by next week or some...
The doctor shaking his head is twofold, as Translucent himself would be dead by the end of the episode. But nothing is more savagely dour as the kid's rebuttal to A-Train's offer.
Like, I tell you what, you get better and I'll teach you to run as fast as me.
Yeah?
Yeah?
You'll teach me to outrun cancer?
Number 2. Laser Baby.
Jackpot. Compound V? Oh yeah, and lots of it.
When the boys learn that Vought is injecting infants with Compound V to create superheroes at a young age, Butcher and Milk infiltrate a hospital to intercept a shipment of it. Whereas some soups take years for their powers to manifest, the two find a baby who has laser eyes like Homelander.
All right, let's bugger off. All right.
It's quite the sight, but not so shocking as Butcher using the baby as a weapon to defend themselves against some armed henchmen.
That was diabolical!
Butcher's glee of using the unconventional weapon is matched only by our own, though we do hope the violent moment doesn't scar the kid for life. Baby's first murder?
Now you keep your nose clean, sunshine, or I'll come back and stump you.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Popclaw and the Landlord. roleplay gets deadly.
Stop! In the name of the law!
Oh no, Flash caught me.
Homelander tests Ryan's powers. Well, that's one way to learn your son can't fly yet. Butcher and Madeline's reenactment. We love how they play up Butcher's Englishness.
Please, my baby needs a mother.
Boy, shut your trap, you dumb bird. Or else I'll bollock you.
The Whale. Hilarious. Also, ew.
One other thing, you ripped your vest. What? Your gill is showing. Cover it up. It's disgusting.
Homelander and Maeve's casual crime fighting. When you're indestructible, why sweat it?
Where's your shooter?
Shooter's on 31.
All right, sit tight.
Elevators?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Dolphin Rescue. We could honestly do a whole top 10 on the cringiest Deep moments. But of all the times he inadvertently gets marine life killed, this clip still lives in our brains rent-free.
That's right. Next stop, the Atlantic Ocean.
That's right. That's right.
In an effort to reconnect with his conservationist roots, the Deep spearheads an op whereby he breaks into Oceanland and absconds with a captive dolphin. A noble cause, sure, but things get weird when the getaway turns flirtatious.
I like you too. You know that. But let's not, rush into anything too fast. Right, seriously? Now is not the appropriate time.
Before the Deep and the dolphin can get up to any shenanigans, the cops arrive, forcing Deep to hit the brakes, which sends the dolphin flying. The slowed-down wannabe by the Spice Girls coupled with the dolphin going through the windshield is hysterical, and it only gets worse when a speeding truck rolls by. Is there a super funny boys moment we missed? Let us know in the comments.
Oh my god, turn that off.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.